Hey, how's it going? So, this is my strange but true car crash story. Um, during the 1980s and the mid 80s, I went to business school in Chicago, University of Chicago, and I lived in, if you know Chicago, I lived in Hyde Park, and I lived, if you remember, if you know Chicago, I lived on the other side of the Midway. So I lived south of the Midway, which was extremely unusual for a student. It was a really bad neighborhood, and I believe I was the only one in the business school who lived on that side of the Midway. I bought an apartment. It was great. No one bothered me. It was quiet. It was, and I was right near the school. So anyway, one day in the morning, I was walking to school, and I lived on like 61st and Kimbark. If I remember correctly, it went. Yeah, okay. And then after that, maybe I can't remember, but maybe you hit 60th Street and then the Midway. But anyway, I was walking towards school, and there's no. I see in the street there are two cars from like the 60s that had been in a bad accident. And both cars, remember this is in the mid 80s, and both cars were the same color. They were like a burgundy color, and they were the same model and the same car. I don't remember. I'm not a car aficionado, so I don't really know what kind of car they were. And they were sitting there. I guess they were waiting for a tow truck. There was no one around. There was no police or anybody there. But they'd been in a bad accident. Both cars were totaled, and they were exactly the same car. I mean, if you put 10,000 cars in a parking lot, I don't think you would have seen two of those of the same color from that year. I think I'd be surprised. So I've always wondered how that could have happened, but it did. I saw it, and I encourage you. I'm sure that all of you have seen things like that, and you might want to post your stories because it's sort of like UFOs, but I mean they're not UFOs, but they're just really strange events that we've all seen, and they're just not explainable. So anyway, so that's my strange car crash story.